What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Von Miller, Los Angeles Rams outside linebacker. He was recently traded to LA from Denver. And while he was there, he dated a female who ended up having his child. Now, this same particular female ended up putting him on blast for wanting her to have an abortion. Not to have abortion, but not wanting her to carry the child to terms. I will say that. She put this out here after they broke up because it seemed like they were going to get married. I believe they got engaged to each other. They seemed like they were really into each other, but I knew this would not work. And I did a video on it because she is an ex-SKRIPPER. She is somebody that has dated previously someone in the entertainment industry, I believe Lil Yachty. And just from the outside looking in, it seemed like he was all into her. And I think now he may have regretted that. They haven't gotten back together because sometimes when these couples separate, they end up getting back together. Whatever issues they had end up subsiding, and they tend to work out the issues that they have. But those issues were never worked out. Like I said, she put him on blast for talking about how he hoped she'd have a miscarriage. I think she did that when she realized he wasn't coming back, because otherwise she probably wouldn't have done that. But let's get into this Bro Bob article and let's look at this message that Von Miller put up, basically implying that she's a bad mother. And again, anybody who saw this situation knew that this was going to happen. We knew that he would regret having a child with her, wanting to wife her up. And now it's come to fruition where he's putting out this message that basically insinuates that she's a bad mom. Rams linebacker Von Miller is not wishing the mother of his child a happy birthday because it's recently her birthday. Instead, he appeared to take shots at her for being a bad mom. Von Miller is seemingly taking shots at the mother of his child on her birthday. Through a passive-aggressive Instagram post, Miller appeared to insinuate that she is a bad mom. Megan Denise, Miller's ex-fiance, gave birth to their son Valor in August. Prior to the birth of their child, there was a lot of drama between the two. Back in January, she released a slew of disturbing text messages that he allegedly sent her while she was pregnant. He then responded to the allegations and denied any truth to the matter. A few months later, as Denise was preparing to go into labor, Miller was reportedly angry that he was not invited to the delivery room. She then gave birth to Valor on August 3rd, and Miller praised her for her strength. So you would think that there would be no issues, right? Since then, the drama between the two have been fairly subdued until today. December 3rd is Denise's birthday. She celebrated by posting a gallery of photos on Instagram. As you can see, these are the gallery of photos. Of course, she got to show you all of that, right? Meanwhile, Miller also posted on Instagram. His post was not to wish his ex-fiancée a happy birthday. Instead, Miller appeared to take shots at Denise by throwing a ton of shade at the mother of his child. His passive-aggressive post about women being great moms never once mentioned her name. In fact, he mentioned that being a great mom is way more than just putting your kids in your Instagram bio. Denise has her kids in her Instagram bio. I believe she must have had a kid prior to Von Miller. So basically she was a single mother when she got with him. But I don't think she's raising her other child. I think she's like most of these Instagram models who chase these professional athletes. Somebody else is raising the child, not her. Probably her mother is doing the raising while she goes and do whatever she wants to do, right? Again, I could be wrong, but that's how it seems. This is Von Miller's Instagram post. As y'all can see here, he put this up. And before I get into this, I just want to say, I wholeheartedly believe that Von Miller is speaking on his ex because I think Von Miller realized he made a mistake. I think he realized she was just like all the other girls that he seen on social media, Instagram, these Instagram models, these ex-scrippers, right? I think in his mind, he thought, well, I'm an NFL player. I'm a higher valued man. She's going to want somebody like me. I think that's what he thought. But then he realized, you know what? I can't. It's not going to work. He ended up, I believe they may have broken up with each other and got back together, and that's when they conceived their child together. But they never really got back together after she got pregnant. I think Von Miller had enough. And I think she realized Von Miller had enough. That's why she released those text messages, because she realized that Von Miller did not want her anymore, and she wanted to embarrass him. Why else would she make this public? The public should not know your business. You know what's funny? You got people who will release private information of what goes on in their relationships, right? And then they will seek to get upset and not want you to speak about certain things. They want you to take certain things down. They made the information public. No one needed to know what Von Miller. Listen, we all say things in the heat of the moment when we're texting a spouse who's an ex, or maybe a baby's mama who gets on your nerves all the time, and you say things that you probably would not say publicly. Things get heated. We don't even know what she was saying to him. We don't know what she said to get him pissed off. We just see him going off on her. And again, I don't think Megan Denise is a bad person. I don't think that she's somebody that's just a vicious person. Again, publicly. Privately might be a different story. She didn't allow Von Miller into the delivery room. She's releasing these messages, these private messages, to embarrass him. And there might be more to it in the background. But I just think that Megan is somebody, just like all these other women, they prefer being a social media celebrity over being a good parent. This is why you should not have children by a man that has not committed to you as far as marriage is concerned. And what it seems to me to be is that she wanted Von Miller, and having a baby by Von Miller, yes, a plus. Maybe she thought that he would be excited about that. I don't know. Maybe she thought that he would want her as far as relationship or marriage. I think Von Miller's the one who ended it. She could say she ended it all she wants to. Von Miller has not once made an attempt to get back with her. From what I've seen, he hasn't publicly come out and spoke his love of her. I haven't seen that at all. I think Von Miller's done. And I think she knows that. Maybe she thought having a baby would bring them closer together, but it never did. It never brought them closer together. It made Von Miller want to be away from her even more. And again, I'm not making excuses for Von Miller. I'm not saying that it was right for him to say he wished her to have a miscarriage. He denies he said that, by the way. He denies that. But if we're going off of what she put out there, I'm not condoning that whatsoever. I think that Von Miller does need to take responsibility. And from what it seems like he has, because has she complained about him? It just seems to me that she wants credit for what other people are doing. And that's what a lot of single mothers have done these days. They want to take the credit for other people raising their children. This is Von Miller's post. Says, good morning. Shout out to all the real moms who always put their kids first. Being a great mom is way more than just putting your kids in your Instagram bio. That's why people are saying that he spoke about her. To all the super moms, you are appreciated. And shout out to my mom. She's never missed anything I've ever done. She's always supported me and been there for me. She's never handed her job over to someone else for the weekend. She was always there for me and my brother. She took care of both her kids. And she was never on autopilot with us. God, I thank you for my mom. Thank you for all the small things she's done, like getting me dressed in bed so I can sleep five minutes longer before school, LOL, to the big things like being in my life consistently and never putting her job on her mother, or her friends. My mom is the best type of mom, and thank you, God, for my mom and other moms like her. That was definitely a shot at Megan. I think that Von Miller wanted to put that out there because he wants people in a passive aggressive way to know that she's not the best mom, that other people are raising his son. And I just think that he doesn't want to go public and say anything, but I think privately he's fuming about this. That's why he put this post out here, because he's saying to himself, you wanted to be a mother. Why aren't you being a mother? Why are you leaving the kid or the child with your mother or with friends? You should not, just so you can go party. And it's not, and people are going to say, well, maybe it was just for her birthday weekend. But I think that she's probably done this a lot, leaving the kid with her mother so she can go and do other things. Again, I'm going off of what he's putting out. Him putting out this the best mom ever post is a way of taking a dig at her, because he doesn't feel like she's a very good mother. And the crazy part about it is that she already has a child. So it's like, it ain't a situation where she's never been a mother before. She has another kid already. So Vaughn could be saying she ain't a good kid. She ain't a good parent to any of her kids. So hopefully the situation gets rectified. Vaughn can always take that option to go and file for custody, but he has a whole career he's doing. So he may not have the time and energy for that. But that's why Vaughn has to take accountability for who he sleep with. You wifed her up, and I am sure that you were warned, don't do it, bruh, and you did it anyway. And not only that, you got her pregnant. So let me know in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.